Welcome to Tiny Tales channel. The Golden-Haired Prince. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a great kingdom ruled by a wise, merciful king who was dearly loved by his people. However, the king's greatest sorrow was that he had no children. Years passed, prayers were made, and at last, one day, the queen gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. This child was unlike any other. From the moment he was born, his hair shone like the sun, a brilliant golden hue. The entire palace was astonished, and they named him the Golden-Haired Prince. As the Golden-Haired Prince grew, he won the love of everyone with his beauty and bravery. His heart was full of kindness and compassion. He was fearless against tyrants and always ready to help the innocent. His father brought him the best teachers, who taught him to wield a sword and shoot arrows. Over time, the Golden-Haired Prince became the bravest and wisest young man in the kingdom. However, one day, a great disaster befell the kingdom. The sacred springs that fed the kingdom's largest river had dried up, and the land began to wither. The people struggled with drought and famine. The king and queen were deeply saddened, but did not know what to do. One night, the golden-haired prince had a dream in which he saw a white dove. The dove spoke to him, saying, "If you wish to save your kingdom, you must find the lost spring. It is hidden behind the Emerald Mountains in the dark forest, but no one has ever returned from there. If you have the courage, you must embark on this journey." The next morning, the golden-haired prince went to his parents and shared the dream. The king and queen were reluctant to send him on such a dangerous journey. But seeing his determination, they finally agreed. They gave him a magical sword, a flask of water, and his loyal horse, Storm, to guide him. The prince set off towards the dark forest. The journey was perilous and filled with danger. In the forest, there were giant snakes, stone giants who blocked the path, and sorcerers who deceived travelers. But with his intelligence, courage, and kindness, the golden-haired prince overcame them all. At last, he reached the cave where the lost spring was said to be. But in front of the spring stood a terrifying dragon guarding it. The dragon roared and charged at the prince. The prince drew his magical sword and began to fight the dragon. The battle raged on for days, but using his wit, the golden-haired prince found the dragon's weak spot and defeated it. When the dragon was defeated, clear water began to flow from the spring. The prince quickly filled a golden cup and set off for home. Upon his return to the kingdom, the people greeted him with great joy. When the prince poured the sacred water into the river, the dry lands began to flourish again. Trees bloomed, flowers blossomed, and the rivers flowed with joy. The kingdom was restored to its former prosperity. The king rewarded the golden-haired prince for his bravery, placing a crown upon his head and declaring him the new ruler of the kingdom. The golden-haired prince ruled his people with justice and love, and they lived happily ever after. 3 apples fell from the sky, 1 for the storyteller, 1 for the listener, and 1 for those who do good. Don't forget to subscribe to Tiny Tales!